everybody, this is Alyssa from Ink Arts and Crafts, and today we are here for an announcement video. Woo! So this is the official announcement video. I will probably also, as we get closer to the event, do another, but I wanted to put this out now because I know last year I did everything so last minute. But this is for the Lunar New Year DP along 2026. So this will be the third annual Lunar New Year DP along that will be will have been done, because I did one in 2024, 2025, and now this will be for 2026. So this year, the Lunar New Year falls in like mid-February timeframe. So the event for this year is going to be back to just the 4-week event. It's going to run from the 1st of February to the 28th of February, and that'll be in 2026. And so the basics for my event, essentially, the canvas has to be Chinese zodiac or Asian themed, and I'll go over the details of what that is in a minute. I do not require a new start, and to be eligible for the grand prize, you do have to complete a 30 by 30 centimeter section. So you don't have to do a full, finish a whole thing, but you do have to have a 30 by 30 section completed to be eligible for the grand prize. And that's in centimeters, mind you, definitely not inches, because that would be crazy big. And to be eligible for the grand prize, you do have to have a legally licensed kit. Legally licensed is preferred for all of the mid-week or the weekly prizes. But if you don't have a legally licensed kit, you can still participate in the event, and you can still apply or participate for the weekly prizes. You just have to have that legally licensed canvas for the final grand prize to enter for the grand prize. So that's going to be the basics. Like I said, 1st of February to the 28th of February, 30 by 30 section, no new start required, and no full canvas finish or anything required, just a 30 by 30 section. And it does need to be Chinese zodiac or Asian themed. So I'm going to pull up, because I know not everybody knows what the Chinese zodiac is. So this right here is going to be the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac. So this is definitely not the, the Western zodiac that we're used to, as far as, Leo, Virgo. I don't even know all of the zodiac signs for the Western zodiac, but this is what the animals are for the Chinese zodiac. So you've got the rat, the ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, or pig. The one things that are kind of like the vague areas. So for the ox, it can also be a cow, because in Asian, ox is kind of more of what we would think in the United States as a cow. So you can do an ox or a cow. For goat, this would be a goat, or you could also do a sheep, because they're very, very similar in a lot of those aspects. Sometimes you'll see it as goat. Sometimes you'll see it written as a sheep. It really depends on which source you're looking at a lot of times. And rooster can be just regular chicken as well. It doesn't have to be a rooster. But those are going to be the zodiac animals. Question I get commonly: does a cat count? And unfortunately, no, a cat does not qualify. If you're doing just an animal picture, a cat does not qualify, because a cat is not a tiger. But if you have any of these other animals, it definitely qualifies. Also, I get a question: does a unicorn qualify? A unicorn is not a horse, so the unicorn is not going to qualify either. So those are kind of two that I get off of the animals. So that's the Chinese zodiac. Any of these animals, this coming year is actually going to be Year of the Horse. So we'll see, that will open up. I know a lot of people love diamond painting horses. So if you have a horse in your picture, even if it's really small, that still qualifies, because there's a horse in your canvas. So those are the zodiac animals. And I'm going to pull up my hoard, and we're going to look at my actual hoard and see some examples of what I would consider the Asian canvases or Asian images, things that you could do for this. So we're going to pull that up and see. All right. So as we come in here, some of the things that will definitely qualify will be anything that is Asian. So this is a beautiful, no longer available, but it's got a dragon. So that one would definitely qualify. As we come down through, we're going to look at some of these, and I will point out the ones that do qualify, that are, like I said, Asian and would qualify. So let me see as we roll through. Some of these earlier ones don't. If you wanted to do, you could do the drinks set, because, you've got the boba, you've got the matcha. So those are ones that you could make that qualify. Also the Chinese, like the Zodiac, Lunar New Year, and the Zodiac mini dazzles both qualify as for this event. Like when you do yumeis, a lot of the yumeis will definitely qualify because they kind of have that Asian feel to it, especially in the style of artwork that she does. You can see some of that influence there. But as I scroll down, you can see here we've got, this is a dragon. So that one would qualify. As we come through, my Buddha Feng Shui, yes, this is a Yume that would definitely qualify. And a lot of that has to do with the style of painting that Yume does. So Yume has very strongly influenced by Chinese brush painting. So with that in mind, that's something that anything that has like that brush painting style to it that's like the Asian theme, like koi, lanterns, and like the cherry blossoms. These are all things that are very much Asian influences in art. As we come down through, like this right here is from the, My Pretty Little Gem, I believe, but this is one of their mini sets. This one would absolutely qualify. You can see these are different things that you have there. We've got the matcha, we've got a bonsai, we have our Neko cat, we've got a lantern, a mask, we've got some ramen, we have a torii gate, another style of lantern, some bamboo, a vending machine, cherry blossoms or sakura, and we've got a temple. All that whole set, which is Pretty Little Gem, would qualify. Same thing with the sushi set from Pretty Little Gem. All of these sushis would qualify. All of those little sushi roller dragons from Six Leaf Clover, those also qualify. As we come through, anything that's Ghibli inspired is also going to, or Ghibli actually, anything that is Ghibli or Ghibli inspired will qualify because that is a Japanese film franchise for Studio Ghibli. So that does qualify. Katana, which is like this little cat is so ridiculous and I love it to pieces, will definitely qualify. As we come down through, Catch Me from Mrs. Butterdy will qualify as well. I mean, when you look at this, you can see we've got a Pokeball in Pokemon or Japanese, they're from Japan originally. You've got a Kirby, so Catch Me would qualify because of some of the elements that you see within there. That would make it qualify. As we come through any of these Ghibli's ones, this right here is a make market. So this is a simple, basic little make market kit that I have in my hoard, and you can see this one will definitely qualify because I named this Cherry Blossom Pagoda because I didn't have a name. So this is Cherry Blossom Pagoda for my purposes, but you have your pagoda, you've got your water, and then you've got the cherry blossoms in the corner. So that one qualifies. This Hannah-Lynn would qualify. This is the Chinese New Year Hannah-Lynn. That one qualifies. As we come down through, and you can see I have a lot of like cat ones. This is from the artist Sam in Japan, and like her canvases would qualify as well. It's a kitsune mask. As we come down as well, we have Cyber Edo. This is one that definitely qualifies. This is such a beautiful image. I love everything about it. As we come down through, any of these Craft Ease Sybil art images will also qualify because they are very much that Asian look for the women. Derpy and Birdie would qualify. Any kind of like K-pop Demon Hunters canvas that you may have. I have a couple of them. Like this one is from Jada Gem Shop. This one will definitely qualify. I think that one's from Jada. Yeah, that one's from Jada Gem Shop. There's one available from Diamond Artisan Shop as well. So more Sybil. Margaret Morales. Some of the Margaret Moraleses will qualify. Like the ones that I have in my hoard will qualify. Some other ones will not. But like Dragon Spirit would be a yes for Margaret Morales. Here we go. This is a JoJo's Art, an older one, Dream. This has a tiger. So anything with a tiger is a qualification. As we come down through, anything with a dragon, that's a qualification. This is a Studio Ghibli inspired image, so this one would also qualify. As you go down through, any of the Allura Poutrots from Diamond Artisan Shop, these beautiful, beautiful, like lo-fi pastel, vibrant, like these fluorescent pastel canvases from Allura Poutrot, those will qualify. That's from Diamond Artisan Shop. As you come through, Eternal Companion Mermaid, Evening Voyage, that's another make market. As we continue looking, you can see here's like this whole Seviyemi All of these images from Sevi, like in this style that Diamond Artisan Shop has, are ones that will qualify as well because they are Ghibli inspired. Like something like this is one that would qualify. The Festival of Ribbons, this is an image that will qualify. Some of them are going to be a lot more obvious than others, and it's kind of one of those things that if you have to really think and justify it, then it's not going to qualify. But I tend to be pretty chill about it. This is the Fox Statue Kitsune. This one right here is definitely qualified. I think that's from Jolly Gem Shop. Yeah, Jolly Gem Shop. As you can see, like our Forest Guardians, Fruits. This is another Jaded Gem Shop. This is Fruits from Cherryuki. This is based off of the Fruits Basket manga series. So that's one that will qualify. More Allura. This is an Oraloa. Furious by the artist Larian from Oraloa. Fushimi Inari. Gamer Room will also qualify. There's a lot of like the Asian-based games and things like that in there. You've got your Pokeball, you've got your Kirby, you've got your GG. So there's different things in there that would make it where it does qualify. All of these flossies that have dragons in them will qualify as well. So if you have a Flossy Fox Shop canvas from Jaded Gem Shop, that's something that will qualify too. Like Geisha Mermaid obviously will also qualify. And Ghosties, this Geneva Bowers one, it reminds me, it's as she's walking, it makes me think of a Japanese cityscape, like you're walking through Japan kind of a thing. So that's one that is kind of like borderline there, but it could qualify. Golden from Anna Dittman. This is another Jaded Gem Shop. She will definitely qualify. Our Golden Lotuses from Peggy Collins will qualify. As you continue scrolling through, like this is one from a Sybil that would not qualify because it's not that Asian inspired look to it. But whereas some of the others are, Harajuku from, this is from Bella Art Diamonds. That one will qualify. These Sybils. We have another Haunted Carnival. Moana would, anything Moana themed will qualify as well because that's, we're looking at more like the islands, the Polynesian Oceania style, which kind of falls more into what we would typically see in like a Southeast Asia. There's a lot of islands that we have around, like in that, you know, Southeast Asia, Oceania area between like Hawaii, all the islands from Hawaii and the Midway Atoll, over through in the Philippines and everything else around in that area. So that will also qualify. This Miss Holly is a definite qualification. Mulan, of course, anything Mulan themed qualifies. The Jenny Lee canvases, she's got a handful of these beautiful, beautiful landscapes. With Diamond Art Club, this is definitely one that will qualify. I have to decide what I'm going to do. Our Dragon, Himeji Castle, Hong Kong Lights, this Inky Moore, those all qualify. Also, like I have the set of BTS canvases from Mari 945 through Jaded Gem Shop. So any of those will qualify because, you know, they're a Korean band. So that's something to keep in mind as we do it. So here, goldfish are actually something that is goldfish and koi are very, very traditional, like things that you'll find in Asian art. So like this one, Inside Watery Eyes, qualifies as well because of that, because it's got those goldfish or those koi. Irradiant qualifies as you go through it. You've got your I'm Here for the Food, which qualifies. I mean, she's got her bowl of ramen noodles, she's got her chopsticks, and she's got her boba right there. So those are Asian originating items, so that's going to qualify. As we come through, this is another one from Carrot Art, qualifies. This, there's more Sybil, Salmon Japan, more Ghibli, Sybil, those qualify. This one here, this is from Diamond Delights. This will qualify. This is the kitchen mocha and matcha. It's very much kind of that Japanese like manga style artwork. So that's something that's going to qualify. Yes, 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 yes. Here's another Bella Art Diamonds, again with the koi. So that's one that will also qualify. Koi Mermaid from Jaded Gem Shop, which is on her ready to purchase section typically. That one's a qualifier. As you can see, there's a lot of them in here. that I could continue going through. Like here's a yes, yes. Like a Shiba Inu, like a Mrs. Butter D with a Shiba Inu, that's a qualification because that's traditionally a Japanese cat. Lucky Man Kaneko qualifies. Lunar New Year canvas from Jade qualifies. As we continue scrolling through, Magic Broth Ramen Shop because it's got ramen, and ramen is, traditionally from Japan. This beautiful one right here, Meditation from Oraloa, that's also another one that you can see that qualifies. Are these two right here qualify? This one, because it has goldfish, does qualify. Not because it's a mermaid, it's because there's goldfish in it. Like here's a Cat Fedora, that's a Jeremiah Kettner, the Milk Box Vending Machine, Miss Rouge with those those orangey red goldfish, Margaret Morales, some more of the Yumeis that definitely are more qualifiers. Yes, yes, yes. That one is definitely a qualify. As we continue on, there is like the Nami of the Sea, Neko Mart, Nezzy, more of the night market ones, Night on the River from Jaded Gem Shop. Those qualify. You'll see it with your these two here, here, the Ghibli. As you go, here's another Jenny Lee, Path of Light, beautiful. Anything with a Buddha in it is going to automatically qualify. That's definitely something that you can do. Also, as we continue on, like here, those very Asian inspired, like here's a Flossie that has a horse in it. It's got a phoenix, but there's also a horse right there. So that means that it qualifies with that horse because it's got a horse. So as you can see, there's a lot of things that you could find that will definitely work for it. That like these were Romy Lierda right here from Dreamer Designs. From the shape of her eyes, that gives me much more of an Asian look. So that right there is one that would qualify. More Ghibli. As we continue on, let's see here. Dragon, Ramadan Mubarak, that one. You've got parts of Asia definitely are more Muslim inspired, so that one will qualify. Ramen, all of these ones that say ramen are definite qualifiers. As we continue on, more of the Yume. Here's another Moana, Saja Boys, K-pop Demon Hunters. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. As we continue, you can see you've got those ones. Serpent Lake. There's some definite like beauties in here. And like I said, anything that has the goldfish in it is a qualifier. Like this Martith right here would qualify because with the shrine and the foxes with the shrine. This one we've got lotus in here. So that means that this one would qualify because lotus flowers are something most commonly found in parts of Asia. So that's a yes. Of course, we have a tiger, Song of the Moon, more dragons, our space flowers, Space Jam will qualify. Yes, 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 yes. All of these Aloras qualify. These ones are bunnies. This Jeremiah Kettner will also qualify because there's rabbits. So you'll see that as we continue on, like obviously still waiting. Those ones will qualify. We have more dragons. Yes, yes. Alora. This Cat Fedora, not so much, but the Alora because it's, you've got the Japanese scene that it's in. Here's another Diamond Artisan shop that qualifies. Another Jenny Lee. Leviathan. I do plan on doing a Leviathan this year. That one is getting done. These two will qualify. As we continue down, we'll have Transparent will qualify. We've got our United in the Sky, Unmask, Usagi, Under the Stairs, Water Tiger, Weather Goddess, Welcoming Dawn. You've got another White Lotus. You've got some more. See, this one I don't think has. Yeah, it has a rabbit, so that qualifies. This one will qualify with the bunny in it. We have our. Let's see what else on those ones. Yes, for Wolf Princess, Year of the Coral Dragon, Year of the Tiger. Like this is definitely an Asian landscape, so I could do my custom from my mom. We have our Space Void with the goldfish. The yes, yes, yes. You can see a lot of these ones that I pulled out already, like all of these small ones from Diamond Delights, all of these little ones, they're basically 26 by 25. If you were to do like one of these smaller round canvases from Diamond Delights, that will also qualify. It's not quite that 30 by 30, but that's fine. Yes, for the Mannequin Echo. This one is a little bit smaller. This one I actually have sitting right here. This one is a little bit small. It's basically a 15 by 20. If you're in like that 25 by 25 kind of range, yes, that qualifies for a completion or a finish. You could still do this one with the cherry blossoms in it, and you just wouldn't be eligible for the grand prize with this one, with how small this one is. But that's another Diamond Delights. These Sarah Bauman ones are definite ones that will qualify there. And if you want to do a cross stitch conversion, those can totally qualify. As you can see, if we go through some of my completed canvases, anything that's like a Buddha image is a qualifier. More Buddha, Mount Fuji, rabbit, dragon, yes. Great Wave off Kanagawa, Talisman, Usagi City, Boba Kitty. As you look, those are all going to be qualifiers. As we continue down, you can see like we got Buddha, we have the Lady Luck from Romy Lerda from Dreamer Designs, Flower Delivery, those will qualify. As you come down, the New Horizons from Diamond Artisan Shop is a yes. Also, like the Secret Temple is a definite qualifier. That was a beautiful canvas. You're going to have the small one like this one here is a yes. Puffy Gator, Lunar New Year Kitty, obviously yes. As we come down through, Ghibli, Dragon, Foo Dog, those are all going to be ones that are qualifiers. So there's a lot of options. I could literally go through everything in my hoard and show you guys images, with the bottom line being that if it's something that has an Asian look or feel to it, an Asian landscape, anything like that, those are all going to qualify for the event. And if in doubt, then that's something you can go ahead and reach out, if you're like wondering about it, you can ask and I'll verify and see, as long as it doesn't get too outrageous. If it's something though that you really have to ask and you're like, I don't know if this works or not, then it probably doesn't work and you need to pick something else. That's kind of my rule of thumb. If you don't know if it fits the theme, then it probably doesn't fit the theme. So then pick something that's a little bit more obvious or apparent. But I wanted to give everybody that heads up far enough in advance, so that way if you're like, ooh, I need to plan out my events for the beginning of the year, you can start doing that now. There will be weekly prizes for it, and if you are a sponsor or if you are somebody who would like to sponsor, feel free to reach out to me and let me know. Otherwise, I will also be reaching out to some shops for sponsorships starting in this next week or so. So that's something to keep in mind. Like if you do want to support and be a sponsor, then absolutely go for it. You don't have to be somebody that only does like diamond painting supplies. You could be somebody who also, makes project bags. And if you wanted to do that, because project bags are something that you can use regardless of what category you're in. Whether you diamond paint or not, you can still utilize a project bag for a lot of different things. So that's something to keep in mind with that. The event will be held on YouTube. Obviously, I'll do my videos on YouTube. I'll also have, the tag Lunar New Year DP26 for Instagram. So that's something that you can also post your progress and tag me in it over on Instagram. And then if you want, like, I don't do Facebook groups really. That's something that it's just a me thing. I try to avoid and limit my Facebook time, period, because I just get annoyed when I'm on Facebook. So I will not have a Facebook group for the event. But however, if you want that like real-time feedback, like what you would get from Facebook and from posts on Facebook, then you would just join the Crafters Den Discord, and we will have a channel in the Discord specifically for this event as well, that you can share your whips and your progress and everything, and I'll be sharing my whips and progress in, and you can chat about different things, or if you have a question about a canvas, you can always ask me over in the Crafters Den Discord. So that's something for that side of things. So anyways, I know this is rather long-winded, and I spent a really long time going over the images that I have that would definitely qualify. But I like to give people that glimpse and that view so you can know. Otherwise, there's always that question of, well, does it qualify or not? Especially if you're not really familiar with Asian art in general. So that's something to, or anything like with that Asian theme. But anyways, as a synopsis, Lunar New Year DP 26, which is our 3rd annual Lunar New Year DP along. It's going to run from the 1st of February to the 28th of February. You're going to need to do either the Chinese zodiac animals or an Asian theme. No new start required, but I do require a 30 by 30 centimeter finish to be eligible for the grand prize. You can still go for the weekly prizes, even if you have not completed a 30 by 30 session. That is fine. Also, for the grand prize, you do have to have a legally licensed canvas for that grand prize to be eligible for it, because I typically will have a small shop who sells canvases, and I'll typically have a canvas or 2 as grand prize. I know in the past I've typically done like 2 grand prizes. So that's something to keep in mind, that I do want to have, to honor those small shops who do support legally licensed artists. So if you do want to apply, or basically if you do want to go in for the final grand prizes, then you do need to make sure that you are doing a legally licensed kit. So that is all I have for you guys today. I wanted to get this up and out there early. And if, like I said, if you are somebody who is a sponsor and are willing to sponsor, or if you are somebody who is a small shop or anything to that effect and would like to be a sponsor, then absolutely reach out to me. I know last year my mom painted a couple paintings, and those were a couple prizes. So she was a sponsor last year for my event, and she will probably be so again this year. But just reach out to me and let me know that you're interested in sponsoring, and we can kind of talk about what that would look like. It can be small, doesn't have to be anything big, and go from there. But I hope you guys enjoyed getting excited for this. I know I'm already trying to think of what canvases I want to work on for the event. One of the things I love is that you can kind of pair this and go run straight through from this event into Mackenzie over at Dragon Wing Diamonds to her event, which is the Stoke Your Dragon Fire event. And that one is where you have to paint a dragon canvas. So I think I'm going to do Leviathan, and if I don't finish it in the month of February, then I will definitely carry that one over to Mackenzie's event. Also, like a lot of the Art by Julia canvases, they're very much that Asian-inspired duck. So if you're working on one of the Art by Julia duck canvases from the Art by Julia event in January with Mackenzie, Tiffany, and Natalie, then go ahead and you can continue working on that canvas into the February month time frame for the Lunar New Year DP along. But that's all I have for you guys for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.